Hello, welcome to my tutorial on SimAirport. This is a pretty fascinating airport sim. At the current moment there are no tutorials. So I'm going to show you how to create a complete airport from scratch where it's quite efficient. This is one that I already created. And as you can see, it's quite small, one gate. However, if you were to go to the reports and so go to my previous day, it makes $19,500, which is pretty good considering there's no bells and whistles and it's not overly huge. So the point of this is to try to give a give a highly objective view on how to get started in Scratch mode with this. So without further ado, I'm going to start a new game. We're going to do extra large, and we're going to just start from scratch. Okay. So the game works by zones. You have a garbage zone, drop-offs, pickups, deliveries, and storage. The drop-off zone is where you have your departures or your arrivals, and this is where your patrons go when they leave. Your pickups is where your patrons come when they need to go for a departure flight. Deliveries are where your workers go, and your garbage, where your deliveries go from your stock, anything that you're building, and your workers come here to pick up or unload, load, and then they transport that stock to what they're building. And then your garbage is where your janitors come and where they go and they pick up or they drop off any garbage they collect from your airport. And your storage is any supplies that are carried over from your deliveries. So I recommend doing planning. So I'm just going to start off to show that I'm going to plan for a foundation. And right now, this is going to be the basis of my airport. And the next thing I want to do is actually do my gate. So you can rotate things by pressing R. So as you can see, fixed amount of space for your gate. So from your gate, I'm going to press the gate here. And I'm going to actually hire 5 workers. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was 6. All right, 6 is fine. You can play with the amount of workers you need, but what I am providing is a way that you can see what's going on in this tutorial, and then you can kind of make adjustments there. But as you can see, you start with $1,000,000, and right now we're down to 966. So let's go ahead and continue and make this airport. So what I'm also going to do is plan and do my taxiway. So it's going to be 11 because 11 blocks, and this is the simplest form you can go because you need to attach your taxiway at the tip of each runway. So we're going to start here. So the check, I'm just going to go to objects, and I'm going to go to my runway, R to rotate, and there we go. So I'm planning that, and so no need for me to plan in my runway. Alright. And then I'm also going to plan here, and if I scroll in by using my mouse key, I'm just going to start doing this. So I'm going to make sure I have my baggage and ticketing, make my security red, and then my signs possibly going to be bathrooms if need be. Screens there. Alright, so I have that. So let me go ahead and speed this up. So now from there, once they finish that, I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation. And your foundations are quite expensive. Let me go back down here. I go down a little bit here. So as you can see, this was 336,000, and it's $500 per meter squared, which is 1 block. So this is going to be the most expensive part. So be very, very wise on how you do this. And when you plan, you're able to select your foundation And if you mess up, if I was to try to right click and cancel project, I won't get my money back. So, oops. So the key is to plan first and then make your adjustments accordingly, and voila, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up by 10 times because since I have so little workers, I'm going to do this once at a time. Do one thing at a time. And the reason why I do this is so I don't overdo workers, because once you have to fire workers, it's minus 800 bucks when you have to fire them. So I prefer to just keep a nice skeleton crew, because this is, for me, 6 for my small airport. This is all I need. It's only 360 bucks a day per worker, but that adds up. But the point of this is to be as efficient as possible. Alright, so while they're doing that, let's go ahead and start by getting together our taxiway. I build the gate and the taxiway first because the gate is the central part, and I want that completed first so I can expand from there. So now I have my taxiway, as we have here, and then from there you connect your hangar and you connect your conveyor belt. So what's going on? The next thing I want to build is my fence, and like I said, these are all going to be sequential. So let's just do the fence. So right now the fence, if I build, the fence is the start of your security zone. So if we go here and show your secure areas, everything is red. Just think of this lava unsecure. And the fence, whenever I put a fence around something, it turns green, which means a secure area. So my airport won't run without being, my runway won't run without being in a secure area, obviously. So since I started at the corner here, all I have to do, I don't have to do a fence running here. So I can do this. Fence. Alright. So now they're going to complete the fence. So that's going to be the secure area. So what I want to do is get my secure zone first. And you have a bunch of zones here. You can go your baggage claim, and that's going to where you're going to put your baggage claim. So I can actually do that now. Alright. And then I'm going to have my ticketing area, and that's going to go next. Alright. And then I'm going to have my security area, and that's where your secure zone is going to go. Okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is clear, since I have a good planning, I'm going to clear my planning if I want to. But I'm just going to do this for this purpose. And go to clear. And clear there. Alright. So now the zones are going to take the place of that. Alright, so now that I have my secure area here, what I want to do is go to my objects, and I'm going to put in a wall. I like the square foundation, and then from there I just build in my little walls. Alright, and it should work there. Alright, beautiful. And the next thing I'm going to do here is, now that I have that and I built everything, I can now start with my hangar. And I'm going to start with a small hangar. You can go large if you like, but I like to start small first. Alright. And then from there, I can now build my conveyor belt station. And notice how they have the pink and the blue and how they're oriented. I'm going to do this like this with the pink on the top, which means it's going to the baggage conveyor, and the blue is coming from ticketing, because that's why I have my ticketing and my baggage claimed the way they are. So I'm going to put that there. Alright. And now I pretty much have a good airport. So now I'm going to start from one space to the next. So baggage claim, I need a baggage carousel. And I'm going to do that. And make sure the Pink arrow is where the bags are coming from. Place it where it's going to your conveyor belt. Alright. And the next thing I need to do is I do it this way before it finishes my fence. Let me pause there. Before I finish my fence is because of my secure areas. Baggage claims have to go in non-secure areas. So if I was to do that baggage claim after this was done, it wouldn't do it because it's in a secure area. But you alleviate that with doors. So let's go back to the reports, and let's think of this as lava as the red, your insecure areas. So to make these unsecure, you got to make this an access from an unsecured area where lava will flow. So we're going to add a door here and add a door here. And as you can go back and see, lava comes in. Now these are now unsecure area, which is good for baggage claim and ticketing, but your security zone prevents the red, the unsecure out. Alright. So now down here what we need to do is go ahead and put in your ticket counter. We're just going to start off with 1 for now. And let's see. We can go here. Okay. Let's do that. Alright. And now let's do our security zone. And then all objects we need for security zone is the ID stand. Oops. Let's do that. Make sure it's right. And then we need our bag scanner. Not body, bag scanner. And now let's go ahead and do our metal detector. You can do search if you want, but I know they're alphabetical. Be sure to put this, there's a, as you can see, there's an orientation. Make sure the orientation's right. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom out. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and put a gate, the ticket gate, because you need a ticket gate for people to go through in and out of the gate. Alright. And we're going to do R. And there we go. Beautiful. So, now, what I want to do is full speed, or I'm going to go 4 times speed here. Alright, so now the next thing I need, I could do a door. Let me actually go ahead and do a sliding door there. Don't do a door, do a sliding door. Sorry about that. Alright. And just do a sliding door there as well. Okay, good. Alright. So now what we're going to do is left click this, and you got to assign it to your gate in order for it to work. So that's what we did. Alright, and so now everything's working. So now, in order for this baggage conveyor to work, we have to go into utilities and go ahead and connect our conveyor lines. So I want to start here. If you click it, it still works. Go all the way over. Pick a spot of consistency. I pick it there. Same thing here. Pick a consistent spot. And then click here so you don't waste anything. And go to your consistent spot. And there you go. Alright. So, beautiful. And the next thing we have to do is, add in our runway. Oh, jeez. I did not notice that. So, first thing we have to do is, before we can do the runway, go to build, go to demolish. Demolish that. It's probably going to take a little bit long, so I'm going to make it 10 times here. So all I got to do is, while they do that, is before I put my tarmac in, is have them demolish that. And once they demolish that, I'm going to put in my runway. And then from here, if I really want to, I can add in the floor. I can add in benches. Okay. And then while they're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my runway. You could have done your runway before. I just totally forgot about the runway. So let's go ahead and do it like that. Alright, now I'm going to have to rebuild my fence. Because if you can go back and tell, I don't have any secure areas. And that's in the build. Alright. And let's do that. Alright, so while they're building that, why you can do this one gate and get away with not having two at first is the simple fact if you go here to your airline interest, you can get your flights. And here you got your aircraft types. It shows you the max passengers and then when you want it. So here, wow, morning flight 737. I will accept these. Oh, I can't do it until I get to the morning, so I'll explain it. So nighttime requires a runway with lights, which is, you know, right here. I have only $217,000 left, which is a good amount. That means I did a really good job of building this and not spending money. So I can go ahead and splurge and accept these flights if I want to. So the key is once you accept these flights, so again, let's wait to, my goal is to have flights ready by next day, day 3. So this will actually speed up. So I have available on these airlines AM and PM. So now let's go ahead and go back to this Afford Air. I like this morning flight because I can actually get a 737. I'll actually just pause there. I can actually get this 737, 140 passengers. The more passengers, the more money, because as you can see the pricing, you get how much you charge airlines per passenger, that's each terminal, and then the runway. So $10 per person. So here I want to maximize this. So let's see, the 767 is $250. So I actually am going to do the 767, or let me do the 737. I want to see how my airport runs, how efficient it is. So I'm going to accept that in the morning, and I'll probably accept this too. So I got two 737s. Aerostar has some night ones that I can't do. I need some afternoons. Oh, wow, I got the short end of the stick here. They didn't do any afternoons. All I have is morning and night. Alright, so it's random actually how this works. So let me go ahead while I'm doing that, and I'm going to right click, I'm going to upgrade my runway, and I'm going to do some runway lights. Okay. So now that we have that, and then I gotta go and right click and assign a vehicle. I'm gonna add a vehicle to my hangar. Good. Alright. So now that everything is secure, my airport's ready, and now you need to do your staff. Your staff here does ticketing and the gate, security. I need one for the ID, one for that, one for the bag scanner, and one for the metal detector. Great. So I'm all ready and all set now. So I have my morning schedule. So let's just see how everything works on my morning schedule. So if I speed this up, so be mindful that people start, since their flight here is at 4 a.m., people are going to start arriving around 2:30. Alright. And same thing here with the 6 a.m. They're going to start arriving at 4:30. So your airport's going to have a lot of people. So if you can try to spread out if you a little bit, spread them out so you have maybe people coming in for one flight, not double flights. So if you have 250 flights or 250 max passenger flights, and they come in at the same time or an hour later, there's a possibility you're going to have 500 people in your airport. So make sure you can accommodate that. And this is how you start from scratch. So you can expand in your compartments here. You can make it to where you add another one, prepare that's another 300, $400,000 expansion. But you can expand slowly, make little compartments here and there. And then what this one doesn't have is the kitchen and cafe. And you can add a kitchen and cafe, but it's not needed to run and make money quickly. All right. That's really the good thing I like about this game. So let me go ahead and stop this. And then let me go ahead and load my previous game. And like I said, it's similar. Their goal is not to just regurgitate the exact measurements, be creative and do what you need to do as far as your measurements and how big you want it to be and where you want things situated. But that's the gist on getting everything efficiently to start out with. As you can see, very small airport, very simple, making almost 20K a day without a good amount of bells and whistles. So there you have it. This is SimAirport on Scratch, to where you have a good working airport. And feel free to leave any comments. Thank you.